The moment you open your cruise cabin door, you feel relief. Bags down. Vacation started. But here's the truth no one tells you. That cabin wasn't prepared for you. It was turned over fast sometimes just hours ago after being used by strangers before you. It might look clean, but that doesn't mean it's comfortable, fully working, or even safe. Most cruisers unpack right away, then spend the rest of the week dealing with bad sleep, broken air conditioning, mystery charges, dead outlets, noise issues, and germs they never expected. The difference between a frustrating cruise and a smooth one comes down to what you do in the first hour inside that cabin. In this video, I'm walking you through 24 exact things you need to check, clean, and set up before you unpack a single sock, so your cabin feels cleaner, quieter, and more comfortable than anyone else's on your deck. Let's start with the first 5 minutes almost everyone skips. Number 1. Pick up your cruise key card. The moment you reach your cabin, look for your cruise card. On many ships, it's placed inside a sealed envelope. This card controls your cabin access, onboard purchases, and sometimes even your room's power. On many cruise ships, especially newer ones, the cabin lights and outlets won't work until a card is inserted into the power slot. Once a card is in, the room comes alive. Some guests use a spare plastic card to keep power on while they're out, but systems vary by ship, and some cruise lines discourage this for energy reasons. If you try it, never use your cruise card. Use a non-essential card instead, and understand it may not work on every ship. Number 2. Document the cabin condition. Before you put bags on the floor or touch the bed, take out your phone, record a quick video, or take a few photos of the entire cabin. Film the bed, carpet, furniture, walls, bathroom, and balcony if you have one. This isn't for social media. This is protection. If there's damage you didn't cause a stain, scratch, cracked tile, or broken fixture, you now have proof it was already there. Cruise cabins are turned over quickly, and disputes later in the week are much harder without evidence. This takes 10 seconds and can save you money and stress. Number 3. Perform a quick mattress inspection. Before your luggage goes anywhere near the bed, pull back the sheets, lift the corners of the mattress, and check the seams and edges closely. You're looking for anything unusual, tiny dark spots, rust-colored marks, or anything that feels off. Check all 4 corners. The entire process takes about 30 seconds. If you see something suspicious, don't unpack. Don't wait. Leave the cabin immediately and go straight to guest services to request a new room. Moving cabins is easy now. It becomes a problem once you're settled in. Number 4. Disinfect the high-touch areas immediately. Your cabin steward works fast, and they do a great job, but they only have a short window to turn over each room. That means they can't scrub every surface in detail. That's why you should carry a small pack of disinfectant wipes in your carry-on. The moment you enter the cabin, wipe down the dirtiest items first. Start with the TV remote. It's usually the most touched item in the room and one of the least cleaned. Next, wipe the cabin phone. Then the door handles, light switches, and any buttons you're likely to touch often. This simple step gives you peace of mind and helps avoid getting sick early in your cruise. Number 5. Stress test the bathroom before you use it. Walk straight into the bathroom and check 3 things right away. First, flush the toilet. Make sure it works properly and doesn't struggle or sound unusual. Second, turn on the shower. Check the water pressure, but more importantly, watch how fast the water drains. You do not want to discover a drainage problem while you're standing in ankle-deep water during your first shower. Third, check the wall-mounted soap and shampoo dispensers. Press each one and make sure product actually comes out. Housekeeping sometimes forgets to refill them, and the worst time to discover that is when you're already wet and ready to rinse. Number 6. Check for basic cabin malfunctions. Don't assume everything works just because the room looks fine. Find the thermostat and set the air conditioning to the coldest setting as soon as you enter. Then, continue checking the room for the next 15 to 20 minutes. By the time you're done, the cabin should feel noticeably cooler. If it doesn't, you have a problem, and AC issues on cruise ships take time to fix. While the air is running, turn on every light in the cabin. Open and close the closet doors. Test the balcony door and make sure it locks and unlocks smoothly. If anything flickers, sticks, or doesn't work properly, report it immediately. Problems are much easier to fix early in the day than late at night. Number 7. Perform a quick noise check. Stand still in the middle of the cabin and listen. Do you hear rattling from a connecting door? Bass or music from above or below? Mechanical noise that doesn't stop? If the cabin is noisy now, while the ship is still relatively calm, it will be far worse later tonight. This is your best chance to act. If the noise is severe or the cabin is truly uncomfortable, go to guest services immediately and ask about your options. Once you unpack and sleep in the room, moving becomes much harder. At this point, the cabin should be clean, functional, and quiet enough to enjoy. Now comes the short window where small requests can turn into major comfort upgrades. Number 8. Meet your cabin attendant as early as possible. During the first hour after boarding, your cabin steward is usually nearby, working up and down the hallway. This is the best time to introduce yourself. Step out, say hello, learn their name, and be friendly. That first interaction matters more than most people realize. When you start the week on a positive note, every request feels easier and service throughout the cruise often feels smoother. You don't need a long conversation. Just be polite, respectful, and clear. Number 9. Secure bedding upgrades before supplies run out. Cruise ship mattresses are built to last, not to feel luxurious. Many guests find them too firm. What most people don't know is that many cruise lines keep a very limited supply of mattress toppers or foam pads. Ask for one immediately. Do not wait until tonight. By the evening, especially after dinner, the supply is usually gone. If you wait too long, you'll be sleeping on the same hard mattress all week. Number 10. Fix the bed layout and stow unused beds. Check the bed setup as soon as you enter. If you requested a king bed and find 2 twins separated by a nightstand, get it fixed immediately. Don't call housekeeping. The phone lines are usually busy. Instead, find your cabin steward in the hallway. They have a special tool to properly link the mattresses so they don't separate while you sleep. If your cabin has a Pullman bunk or a sofa bed that you're not using, ask the steward to stow it during the day. Closing unused beds instantly creates more walking space and makes the cabin feel noticeably larger. Number 11. Ask for the amenities. Most cabins no longer stock. Many cruise cabins don't automatically include small extras anymore, but that doesn't mean they aren't available. Ask early for things like robes, which are often complimentary if requested. Ask for daily ice service if you plan to use a cooler or keep drinks cold. Ask for extra hangers. Almost everyone needs more than what's provided. If you have formal night coming up and need a suit or dress pressed, hand it over now. If you wait until tomorrow, it may not be ready in time. A small early tip, even $10 or $20, often helps these requests happen faster and more consistently throughout the cruise. By the end of this step, your cabin isn't just functional anymore. It's starting to feel customized for you. Next, it's time to deal with the mini fridge, medical needs, and the things that can quietly cause charges or discomfort if ignored. Number 12. Clear the mini fridge the smart way. Open the mini fridge and take a look inside. On most ships, it's packed with sodas, tiny bottles, or snacks that cost far more than they should. If you brought your own wine, medication, baby supplies, or just want space for water, ask your cabin steward to empty the fridge for you. That's the safest option. If the steward is busy and you need space right away, carefully move the items to a shelf but take a quick photo first so you're not charged later. Number 13. Confirm CPAP and medical supplies early. If you travel with a CPAP machine or medical equipment, confirm everything now, not tonight. Check that you have the distilled water you requested. Check that you received the heavy-duty extension cord approved for ship use. Many cruise lines provide these when you submit a special needs request before sailing, or they can be delivered by your cabin steward once on board. The key is confirming early, so you're not scrambling at bedtime when services slow down. Number 14. Test the cabin safe before trusting it. Before you put anything valuable inside, test the safe while it's empty. Set a code, lock it, unlock it. Make sure the buttons respond and the door opens smoothly. Keypads and batteries can fail, and you do not want to discover that after locking your passport inside. Once you know the safe works, store your passport, cash, and important documents. Most importantly, lock away your car keys and house keys. You won't need them all week, and they are one of the most commonly lost items on disembarkation day. At this point, you've handled the things that quietly cause the biggest problems. Next comes your tech, power setup, and digital checks, the stuff that keeps your devices alive and your plans running smoothly. Number 15. Locate and test every power outlet. Before you unpack chargers and devices, take a few minutes to find every outlet in the cabin. Cruise ships hide them in strange places behind the TV, under desk lamps, near the vanity, or beside the bed. Plug a charger into each outlet to confirm it actually works. Don't assume. Some outlets look fine but don't deliver power. It's much easier to report a dead outlet now than after your charging station is fully set up. Number 16. Set up your digital command center. Turn on the cabin TV and find the ship's information or bridge cam channel. Leave it on. This acts like a virtual window, especially useful in inside cabins where you can't tell if it's day or night. While the TV is on, locate the Wi-Fi instructions and log in immediately. The network is often fastest early, before thousands of passengers start connecting. Once connected, test the signal from different spots in the cabin near the bed, the desk, and the balcony door. Steel walls can create dead zones. If the connection is unusable, take a screenshot of the speed test and visit the internet support desk as soon as possible to request a fix or refund. Number 17. Audit your plans, paperwork, and perks. Take a few minutes to review everything assigned to your cabin or listed in the ship's app. Confirm your dining time. Double-check shore excursion bookings. Make sure loyalty perks like onboard credit, drink benefits, Wi-Fi access, or laundry services are correctly applied. If anything is missing or incorrect, get it fixed now. Embarkation day is the easiest time to resolve these issues. Later in the cruise, options become limited and fixes take longer. At this point, your cabin works, your tech is live, and nothing critical is broken. Now it's time to make the room actually livable, because how you use the space matters more than how big it is. Number 18. Find the hidden storage spaces before you unpack. Cruise cabins are small, but they hide storage everywhere. Before you start placing clothes in drawers, take a minute to explore. Check under the bed. Look under the sofa. Open every drawer, cabinet, and vanity panel. Some cabins even have shelves hidden behind mirrors or storage inside ottoman stools. Finding these spaces first makes unpacking faster and prevents the room from feeling cluttered later. Number 19. Use magnetic hooks and organizers immediately. Cruise cabin walls and ceilings are metal, and this is one of the most underused advantages on a ship. Put up your magnetic hooks as soon as you unpack them. Use them for lanyards, hats, backpacks, wet swimsuits, jackets, and the daily schedule. Getting items off the desk and onto the walls instantly makes the cabin feel bigger. Hang your toiletry bag on a hook in the bathroom or on the back of the door to keep the sink area clear. If you brought an over-the-door organizer, hang it now and load it with sunscreen, hair tools, and toiletries. You can even decorate your cabin door using magnets. It makes your room easier to spot in long hallways filled with identical doors and helps you avoid walking past your cabin over and over again. At this stage, the room should feel organized, open, and easy to move around in. There's just one last space problem most people ignore, and it shows up the moment suitcases start getting in the way. Number 20, turn the underbed space into usable storage. Once you finish unpacking, don't leave suitcases sitting in the corner. You'll trip over them all week, and they make the cabin feel cramped. Cruise ship beds are designed with clearance underneath. Slide your suitcases under the bed as soon as you're done. Here's the trick most people don't use: leave one suitcase unzipped and open under the bed. It instantly becomes a large slide-out drawer for dirty laundry, extra shoes, or bulky items. If space is tight, nest smaller bags inside larger ones and keep the floor completely clear. A clear floor makes a small cabin feel much larger. Number 21. Never open the balcony door while the air conditioning is on. On modern ships, the moment you open the balcony door, a sensor shuts off your cabin's air conditioning. Leave it open too long, and the room becomes warm, humid, and damp. There's another problem most people don't realize. If you open the balcony door and the hallway door at the same time, you create a wind tunnel. Papers can blow out to sea, doors can slam shut, and fingers can get caught. Always keep one door closed. Number 22. Do not use tape, stickers, or adhesives anywhere. If you decorate your cabin door or hang schedules, never use tape, command strips, or stickers. They peel paint and leave residue. Cruise lines do charge for damage. Use magnets only. The walls and doors are metal for a reason. Number 23. Flush nothing except toilet paper. Cruise ship toilets use a vacuum system. Do not flush wipes, paper towels, tissues, or hygiene products, even if they say flushable. One bad flush can clog plumbing for an entire section of the ship, and the problem will be traced back to your cabin. Number 24. Watch out for minibar snacks and bottled water. Look around the desk, shelves, or mini fridge. You may see bottled water or snacks that look complimentary. They usually aren't. That water can cost $6 to $8 per bottle, and many drink packages don't include it. If you don't plan to use them, ask your cabin steward to remove them so you don't accidentally grab one late at night and get charged. At this point, your cabin is clean, organized, quiet, and fully optimized. You're officially ready to enjoy the cruise without surprises, discomfort, or unnecessary charges. If this checklist helped you avoid even one mistake, make sure you're subscribed. Until then, happy cruising, and I'll see you in the next video.